There it was. Here we go. This is it. We're rolling, John Dore. This is episode 408 of No Laugh Track Podcast. We are here. It's a Thursday afternoon. Nobody cares about that. All they care about is that we're here at Acme and we're chatting about you and about comedy. And here we are, John Dore.
I think it's important. It's context. You know, it's a Thursday afternoon. The sun is shining outside. It's the weather's getting better. It's improving. Tomorrow's going to be beautiful. Saturday's going to be gorgeous.
Yeah, for the record, we are in between 75 degrees on Monday and maybe 70 on the weekend, and then 30 right in the middle here. So,
yeah.
Welcome to Minnesota.
No, we're getting up there. Well, I think Friday's going to be nice, and then Saturday I think we're getting up to like 60 something.
Come on.
Are we not?
I think so.
I checked the weather.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's going to be good.
Let's be happy with that. Don't wait for Monday. Enjoy Friday.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
I've always said that. Don't wait for Monday. Enjoy Friday.
And Sunday.
Unless it's Saturday, then wait for Monday.
Wait a minute.
Enjoy that before Friday. But then enjoy Friday. Don't wait for Monday.
Yep.
Yeah.
What day does the new week start? Monday or Sunday?
Well, I say Monday. But, yeah, I think most people might say Sunday.
I'm not. Yeah. Okay.
Well, I don't know. Calendars. I'm co-parenting a 7-year-old at the moment.
Uh-huh.
My voice cracked. Did you hear that?
Are you?
Yes, I am. And just leave it.
Okay.
So her calendars that she's learning from start with Sunday as the first day of the week.
My wife works at a logistics, where they do, like that big ship that was stuck in the Suez Canal earlier this week.
Never heard. No. What do you mean?
There was a giant.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah.
There's a giant ship stuck that
Yes.
affected her job.
The Garland?
This is just a side
Is that
story.
it? No. What was the name of the ship?
Ever.
Yeah. Why am I thinking the Garland?
Something.
The
Everlast.
Everlast.
Yeah.
Was it Everlast?
No.
Everclear.
Everclear.
Yeah.
Sure.
Swim out past the breaker. Watch the world die. That's pretty much what was happening. What was it? Yeah, anyway. Yeah, I know. It was stuck in the Suez Canal. They were able to free it thanks to some high tides. Mr. Moon, we appreciate it. Or Mrs. Moon. I don't know. And
it's Man in the Moon.
We
all know that. It's Man in the Moon.
Yeah, but that's part of a patriarchal design. And I don't think we're to rewriting history. I don't think it's the Man in the Moon anymore.
That's why we're here today to discuss this.
Yes.
And just side. So anyway, my wife does that for a living. She keeps track of where things. She drives a ship. She's a captain. No, she sits at a desk and keeps track of where these shipments are coming from. From wherever to the United States.
Gotcha. Okay.
So that affected her job. But anyway, I'm just rambling to get to the point where she got a calendar from her work for me this year, and
yes.
It starts on Sunday and not Monday or the other way around. And I can't. It throws me off.
No, I think it starts on Sunday.
Okay,
like
Sunday.
The calendar starts on Sunday, goes Sunday to Saturday,
Yeah.
S to S, and then
It throws me off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, let me look at my right now. This is great for people listening and watching. This I'm going to look at my iCalendar.
No,
okay.
I am.
And
Hers
Sunday to
starts
Saturday.
with Monday. That's right.
What?
Hers starts with Monday. It's
Okay,
not
so
like
hers-
a normal calendar, and it throws me
interesting.
off. So when I write dates in, I'm like, I have to double check.
Well, you got to look up at the letter. So let me go through this. M is Monday. The first T is Tuesday. W is Wednesday. TH, capital T, little h, lowercase. Thank you. Capital T, little h. F is
like
Friday.
A kid learning the letters, big letters, the big.
And I have no business teaching a 7-year-old any of this, but
Yeah.
Which is what I've been doing during this pandemic up in Alaska.
Yeah.
I never thought I'd move up to Alaska. Now, stuck in a pandemic, educating, quote unquote, a 7-year-old.
What topics?
Well, when her mom's at
what
work.
topics are a 7-year-old doing for school?
Well, I mean, this is important learning. This is reading. This is mathematics. This is like low-level stuff, but very important.
Yeah.
So, yeah, the big thing is getting her excited about learning, and just wanting the desire to want to sit down and read and learn
At home.
Yeah, that's a huge challenge because she doesn't associate home with learning, although, well, not to the degree that she's been forced to this year. It's usually school where she would learn and socialize, and now home is fun, it's support, it's learning, it's absolutely everything. And when it's time to like put something down and pick up your homework, it's not easy. But when her mom's at work and it's just me there, the benefit is I can smoke in the house when I do it because her mom doesn't allow it. So there are some perks to it.
It is a throwback. Teachers used to have the smoking lounges inside the school.
Yeah, as it should be.
Do you constantly have coffee breath like a classic teacher?
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, the classic teachers, some of my teachers had alcohol in their breath.
Oh.
They did, yeah.
No, I grew up in Minnesota, not Canada.
Yeah, so in Ottawa, Ontario, Canada, Brookfield High School, a couple teachers, won't name them, but they'd go out to, what was the diner? Was that Prince of Wales and Metal Ends?
Liquid lunch, you're saying?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they'd have a couple wobbly pops and then come back to school. Yeah, one was my English teacher.
It's a shop teacher, the
11th grade.
one-handed shop teacher.
Oh, don't do that. That's a true story.
Mr. Smith.
Yeah, no, he didn't drink at lunch.
What do you think of today is April Fool's Day?
He wanted
we're
to, but
recording
he just
this.
couldn't pick it up. What's that?
Today's April Fool's Day.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have any history of pranking people on April Fool's Day?
Not really. There was never like an April Fool's Day thing I tried. I think I tried a couple things with my parents, like classics, like saran wrap on the toilet bowl stuff, but none of it worked.
Love it.
Yeah,
Love
but
it.
no real pranks on April 1st, but yeah, definitely enjoy some pranks.
Yeah?
Yeah.
How about like a prank show? Do you like watching prank shows?
Well, I used to be on a prank show called Scare Tactics. I did
right.
season of Scare Tactics, so there were some good ones there. We made a guy feel like he was going to die.
How?
How did we make him feel like he was going to die? It's a really good one. So he thought he was coming to be part of the whole setup of it's very interesting and how these people get involved, but I won't bore everyone with the details, but they legitimately believe this is happening. So he thinks he's going to be part of a prank show himself, an internet prank show. So he shows up and I'm there to greet him, looking absolutely creepy, and I hand him a T-shirt and we get him in a vest. I tell him he's going to be an employee of mine, and I want him to go downstairs and he's going to scare an employee of another employee of mine. So he is going to do what we're about to do to him, which is how I think, justify getting away with terrorizing this individual. So he goes downstairs, and I say, he's working on a sink, and we need you to say, you're going to pull a gun out, and you're going to say, give me all your money, or you're going to die. And then the way it works is the character played by my friend Aaron Eves, he turns around and he's duct tape. He's handcuffed to the sink, and he's wearing the same shirt that Jimmy, the guy I just gave the shirt to, is wearing. So Jimmy's supposed to think, oh no, this guy is a victim of what I'm about to be a victim of.
Oh my God.
And then I come in with a butcher knife and a bloody apron, and this was terrifying. But yeah, he thought he was going to die. But once you have them spinning, you don't let them go. So once he feels that way and he's backed into a corner, literally and figuratively, we had him dance for his life. And he asked about his friend who dropped him off, who was also in on the prank.
Sure.
But he doesn't know that. And I said, oh, don't worry, we've taken care of her. He got very upset, and that's where he realized he's probably here forever.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. And then we brought Gerhard, great actor. He came out of a doghouse in bondage gear and approached him with a leather mask on, and we made him give Gerhard a compliment.
What?
And then a disco ball spun, and the lights went down, and he danced for his life.
Was that the number one rated show on television that day?
I don't know. It was fun, though.
Coors Light ! On that story.
So anyway, yeah. And then at the end of that, you go, just kidding. And his friend
Good
comes.
prank, everybody.
His
right?
friend comes back in, and they edited that one. This one was genuinely terrifying because he was scared. So he punched this cabinet. We had you set dressed the place to hide cameras, etc.
Sure.
So there was a metal what are those like a filing cabinet. He punched that with all of his might, and he was quite mighty this day. And as adrenaline makes you mighty.
Sure.
So he could have lifted a car. But he didn't. He punched a filing cabinet. And then his friend came in saying, just joking. And he was talked down a little bit and everything was fine. Mm-hmm.
Were the scare tactics used on the show, were you behind planning them?
No. So, no, my friends, actually, Adam and Dave, who I work with a lot, they were directors on that season. And a mutual friend of ours was producing the show. He's one of the co-creators of the show. And so that's how I got involved. But no, the directors and the producers come up with these concepts. And then you run through the scenario. So you run through it several times before people, arrive. And then you, depending on how it goes, he was the first one we did that day, and it worked so well we didn't have to redo it with anyone else. So those people get called off, and we tell them, hey, sorry, the job's been filled, type of thing.
Do you think that there should be like someone that follows up with the subjects to this to check for PTSD?
Psychological
later
reason?
on?
Okay, so further down the road.
You actually have a follow-up?
Do I?
Yeah.
Do I follow up?
No, do you actually have a... This is amazing. I'm sorry, I cut you off. Keep going.
Well, no, I mean, we have a therapist anyway on set, and we have a medic, of course, and they're always, they're debriefed afterwards.
Until you're done with them and you send them
Their
home.
heart rate is always spiking.
I bet.
Like, always. And I always talk to them afterwards. I'm so curious. Like, is he okay? And it's like, he was pretty scared.
Yeah.
He was up there.
Jesus.
His heart rate was up there. But that's not a bad question, because if you were, the rule was you were never allowed to let someone leave without them knowing this was all a prank and a joke. And some of them don't work at all. Trust me. Like, it is hard to get a really convincing prank working. Like, some of them, they have to be profiled properly. So they think they're being interviewed for something else, and then months later they get called and they completely forget. Their guard is down, and they think they're maybe going to be involved in like an audience member for a show, and then they get asked a lot of questions. And so if someone is hyper-religious Catholic, for instance, they might be more appropriate for a demonic possession scare prank. Because chances are, not always, but chances are, they might be more likely to believe that someone is possessed. So you'd have to profile these people, the marks, properly.
Find a good mark. My mother-in-law tried to make me a mark this morning.
What did she do?
Text message here. I'm going to read it to you. Hey, congratulations, capital letters.
This sounds good.
Ash, that's my wife, Ashley. Ashley just gave me the good news. So happy for you guys. Maybe you'll finally have a son.
So, but you didn't buy this?
No.
There's no way that, it's funny though.
You know why?
Where did your mom come up with it?
Well, here's the thing. My wife works from home. I'm downstairs this morning prepping to talk to you today.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
So far, so good.
This is, I prepped for this, John.
Yeah.
It's what we're doing right now. And my mother-in-law comes over to watch the baby, so she's providing daycare. My wife is also upstairs working from home because of COVID.
Right.
Yeah. So, I don't know. They were probably up there planning it together.
Fun. Oh, that's cute, though. I love that.
Yeah.
Camaraderie. That's fun.
Because I when I saw it, I just wrote back and said, "Ha, happy April Fools." And then when I came upstairs a little bit later, I laughed again.
The prank's still going.
Yeah.
Like, she's now 8 months pregnant all of a sudden. Yeah. How have you not noticed? This is real.
I maybe would have been fooled for a half a second if my wife's menstruation didn't just happen last week. Last week. So I knew that those two things can't happen at the same time.
Yes. Yeah. Sorry, Mom. There's a little thing called science that fucked you over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You should have done your research before you tried to trick me.
Yeah. First question. When what? Yeah. Yeah.
Who says husbands don't pay attention to that stuff?
Yeah. Well, I don't know if people do. Do they? I mean, we pay attention. I'm not a husband, but I am a partner.
Sure.
Yeah, I don't like the term husband. Like, it doesn't mean you're any
Wait,
better
what?
than I am.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. I'm a partner of someone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. My relationship is no better than yours
Thank
necessarily,
you.
just because we made it legal.
Thank you.
Yeah. And
it probably is better.
I mean,
it probably is better.
Right. I'm going to assume it is, but we don't know that. Just based
It
on...
is. You've assumed correctly. You're doing well. Yeah. I'm smoking while teaching a 7-year-old math, and not well. You know what she said the other night before I put her to bed? I tried to leave the room while she's in bed, and she can't be left alone. She goes, John. And I turned around. She said, do you know sharks don't have bones? That's all she said.
Oh.
And I don't know if that's true or not. I didn't bother looking it up. I said, oh, thank you.
When she asked you that, I like that.
She didn't ask me. She told me.
No, I know.
Oh, no, she did say, did you know? So, yeah.
Okay, so along those lines, when she says, John, why is, something, why is the sky blue? If you don't know the answer, do you just make something up, or do you guys go look it up together?
I would look something up together. If we didn't know, absolutely. I wouldn't pretend to know. Or I would be silly to the point where she knew I was being silly, and then we would,
Okay.
Or I'd say, why do you think it is? And then I would say, well, I'm not sure. Let's go investigate.
Sure. And that just brought up something to mind of what
sometimes if I tell her the truth, she won't accept it anyway. She'll go, no, that's not why.
Isn't that fun?
It's because of something else, and it's usually something missed. No, it's annoying. You just accept a fact and move on. You don't know.
Oh, no, I think it's fun when I, mess with my kids and,
How many kids do you have?
3.
3, okay.
Yep. 14?
4th on the way. Joking.
What do you...
Yeah.
12?
No.
19 months. 14, 12, and 19 months. Those are 14 years,
yes.
12 years,
Oh.
19 months.
I knew this. We
Yeah.
talked about this last time. I'm sorry. Yeah, because you had a newborn. Yeah,
Because
that's right.
we were here last year on in February. She was 12 months younger, or 13
That's
months
right.
younger.
Yeah. But
You
I
do the
totally
math.
forgot. Yeah, because there was a massive. Yeah. Okay. Gotcha. Yeah.
Yeah.
Discrepancy in age.
Yes.
Yes.
Discrepancy.
Well. Yeah. Maybe discrepancy is not the best. Well, it works.
Sure.
Let's call it a discrepancy. Here.
It absolutely works.
There's
But
okay.
we need to talk about your hilarious TV show that no one in the United States can watch, but I watched it because I used a VPN.
Oh, you did. Good
for
for
the
you.
first time.
Yeah.
Yeah. So first, we'll talk Humour Resources.
Humour Resources.
Humour? Oh, am I
No, not at all.
mispronouncing it?
I didn't say that at all. What's just ask me the name of the show.
Humour Resources.
Humour Resources. That's right. Yeah.
You in America when it's aired here,
Well-
I assume that's happening someday. Will the U in humor be removed?
Okay, so in Canada and Britain and most of the civilized world,
And I mean
people
the second U, not the first U.
yes, humor is spelled, for those who don't know, Humour, and then in America you drop the U, which actually makes more sense. But Humour Resources is a television show we made with the help of the Canadian Broadcasting Corporation, Canada's finest, government funded, partially. And so we made a show in Canada, and it's called Humour Resources. If we were to sell it to the States, and there's no guarantee we will, but no, the U will stay. We will not remove the U.
Okay.
Oh, Canada,
Our home.
I don't remember. The rest is in French. I don't remember it. But, it'll be called Humour Resources, like the band City and Color. They don't change their name when they tour in the United States. They're still Color with a U.
In living color. Sure.
In Living Color.
I don't know if they'd use the U. I don't remember. Remember the band
Of course
In
they
Living Color?
didn't. In Living Color, but they're not Canadian?
No.
Or British?
No. The show, so I've watched...
The band Bush. You remember the band Bush with...
Glycerine!
That's right.
What about them?
So, in Canada, for a while,
They're
because
called
there was a
something
band
else?
called Bush.
No.
Yep. So they were called in Canada, no joke, Bush X. Yeah. Research it if you like, but it's true.
Bush Light.
They were still called Bush, but I think technically they had to promote the show as Bush X.
I see. So I want to say that I used a VPN. I've never used one of those before.
Yeah.
For people who don't know, I'm going to give my rudimentary description. It's a way to trick things into thinking you're using an IP address, not where you actually are. So, like, I live in Minnesota. I set it to make it think that I'm watching out of Canada. And then, doing that, I could log into CBC Gem.
That's right.
And I watched 3 of the 6 episodes of Humour Resources so far.
This is very flattering.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why did I stop after 3?
No.
Okay.
Well, we could go there. Well, let's start there.
It's just a pause. I haven't stopped.
Okay.
Just a pause. I'll get to him.
You probably it doesn't matter, but this is great news, by the way. So the VPN was fine, installed fine, everything works, and
Like I said, I'd never used one. I paid a few bucks to use one. I didn't know if I even needed to do that. It's probably free ones. I don't know. I paid a few bucks. Yeah, it works slick. And then I was watching, and then afterwards, I went on Twitter, and I hadn't changed the Canada setting, and it started giving me news, like trending news out of Canada.
what a different experience. I
Yeah,
love
and it was telling me like some of the headlines were how are the Maple Leafs going to be the rest of the season? How are the Blue Jays going to be? There's a new lockdown coming in Ontario or something for the next month.
Possibly, yeah. But isn't that interesting?
Very.
I love it. Yeah, well, so these geo-blocked regions that you have found a way to navigate, good for you.
Yeah.
You're a MacGyver here. I love it. In Canada, of course, we grew up with Canadian content. We had to make shows that had, Canadian components to them
Sure.
specifically. And good, otherwise we'd be completely run over we're a smaller population and we could just absorb American media. So it's very interesting, though, to know, like, really what's keeping us a little bit different and guided and molded is, what we're exposed to.
Yeah.
Not
Absolutely.
in every sense, but in this particular way of absorbing media, yeah. So imagine who you would be if you just absorbed Canadian media.
Should I do that as
As an experiment.
Yeah, as an
See how you change. See if your wife notices a change, yeah.
just give her
Be a
like,
fucking communist.
hey, did you see what's happened down on, and like start using street names in Toronto and stuff?
Yeah, well, your accent changes, yeah. What you love and your morality might change as well. Who knows?
What are you trying to say now?
Your moral compass might shift slightly.
Whoa. What?
Your moral compass might shift. Who knows?
From getting news from Canada?
Possibly.
Wow.
Well, maybe it'll be your morale. I'm not saying it will improve. I'm saying it could shift. I don't know why you immediately assume something negative.
Because you were saying it.
Because I was saying it.
Someone born
I don't
in
like
Canada.
that assumption now. Whatever I say, my goodness. Okay. I thought we had a better relationship than that. Humor me with another question.
I'm going to humor you with something else about the show. It ties in with what I was just saying. What I was saying to you a few moments ago about what if Emma asks you about something you don't have the answer.
Yeah.
In one of the episodes I watched, you were not using technology and ended up
Yes.
Dewey Decimal System going to the library.
That's right. Yes.
Like we used to do.
That's right. So in one episode, I'm frustrated with technology, but in the for people who don't know, the show is broken down into I'm a human resources manager for stand-up comedians, and the idea is that it would be ridiculous to expect people who operate in this creative world to answer to corporate rules and to assume that every joke should not offend and it should be a very inclusive environment. It's just an impossible task and an impossible thing to ask of creative people. Yes. So we thought that would be funny. So the interviews are very funny in my opinion, and then the storyline that surrounds them is working within the pandemic. So shot from every device that occupies our lives. Like every shot is motivated by like an Alexa device on the kitchen counter or a laptop computer or your cell phone. And, in one episode, I decide it's time to get rid of – I'm not going to use technology because my girlfriend is cheating at Scrabble by looking up words, and I assume that technology is the problem. So then going to get food with Emma, I decide – or no, sorry, before I get food, I decide I'm going to the library. And is that the food episode as well, or is that a different one? Oh, it's a different episode entirely. Never mind. So no. I decided to go to the library when she asked me if Pluto is a planet.
That's right. Yes.
Because I decided not to use my phone.
Yeah. Is it or not? Is it still? Is it not? Yeah.
Yes, and it shows how difficult it was to take a child, put her in the back seat, buckle her in, get to the library, take a book out in the rain, get her back in her car seat, only to find out that no, it's been downgraded to a dwarf planet.
Yes.
And her reaction is,
all that work.
Yeah. And I believe I explained to her that we were going to use the card catalog, but then I didn't want to tell her too much about it because I had read that Dewey was an anti-Semite.
In past, so like last year when you did the podcast with me here, we did talk about some of the Instagram videos you were doing with Emma.
We did.
Emma's your girlfriends, your significant others, your roommate, however we're saying it, your non-wife.
Chick. What chick, dude?
It's your chick's daughter.
The fuck chick's daughter, dude.
It's your fucking chick's daughter.
My girlfriend's daughter. I say girlfriend. My girlfriend calls me her partner, and I say girlfriend. And sometimes I say partner, but I think there's a romance to girlfriend. Mm-hmm. At least for me, I think there's a romance there.
Sure.
Innocent, fun, lovely.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I see her.
Oh.
Yeah.
What's Emma's great. Oh no, I was getting to it. Is Emma's great, but from those, I remember I complimented you, and I was a huge fan of those videos you were doing with her on Instagram. You're in the car screwing with her. You're at home messing with her, and now you got her to act on a TV show.
Well, it was interesting. The TV show, we were either going to. Like, was I going to go back to Canada and do this show because it is a CBC production and we could justify getting more tax credits if I was in Canada?
Oh, yeah.
But it was unsafe to travel. And so when we pitched the show, I had to talk to my co-creators and the directors, Adam Brody, Dave Delaney. And, we thought, let's lean into these videos that I do with Emma and we'll write to their strengths, because Emma's not an actor traditionally, but we would, we took a risk including them in the show, in that we weren't completely sure how a set would run anyway when shooting in a pandemic.
Sure.
And then how they would perform as actors, not used to being on set and what's required. So, yeah, we kind of had to go with the flow of it and massage things, but they were so wonderful. So,
so has she seen it aired on television? I mean, you live in Alaska. Are you using a VPN in Alaska to watch it at home with your house?
No, I don't know if you know this, but I'm in the show, and I helped create it and write it. So I have the episodes.
I'm talking about when there's the commercials playing, and it's like, coming up next on CBC.
Well, this is the thing. Emma doesn't know what commercials are, really.
Okay.
Like, she sort of sees them on YouTube when she watches some videos, but it's a totally different thing.
Those kids don't know about commercials.
Kids don't know about commercials. They don't know nothing.
They
know very little about anything, if you ask them. Well, they know lots of stuff. It's just none of it's true. That's a huge problem.
It needs to be fact-checked.
Fake news. But so she doesn't know about commercials, really. But no, she doesn't even really necessarily need to watch it or want to watch it.
Sure.
Like, she would be so distracted.
I love that.
But I've shown her many things, yeah.
If you go on, like, IMDb for the show, it lists her.
Really?
Yeah. It says,
I haven't even thought of that.
Yeah. It says Emma Love. Right?
Yeah, that's correct. Emma Love Hill. Yeah.
Yeah. Is no Hill
Emma Love Hill.
Yes, that's what I read.
She's
Emma
now an actor.
Love Hill is an actor known for humor resources.
This is making me very happy.
Yeah, it really says that online.
Well, I'm proud of her, because this was her listening to instruction, pretending to, like, having conversations with her about acting and what acting is. And it's a concept that isn't easily grasped necessarily, unless you're, at a young age, want to get in this field and go through this training, but she just does it naturally. And we had lots of conversations with her, like, this is what's expected. Is this something you want to do? And you're going to be on TV. And then, conversations with her mom. Is this something we want for her? And so, yeah, to see her want to do it, and since then want to continue doing it. And I think the route to go is, well, go explore lessons and see if acting and theater is something you would enjoy. But yeah, she's great, but that's very interesting. So,
yeah.
Okay.
You have to show that to her.
She has her own IMDb page.
Uh-huh.
Well, she won't be able to read it.
Oh.
She'll know her name, but she won't know what IMDb is.
Well, Teacher John.
Uh-oh.
Maybe you better help out with that.
Well, I don't have a lot of time.
That's incentive to learn to read.
The world's opening up. I'm back on the road, dude.
Yeah. Hey, bro. How would you have done if you were left on your own to do distance learning? Let's say, like, as 16-year-old John Dore.
16-year-old?
Yeah.
Oh, no, it would not have happened.
It wouldn't have happened?
No, I would not have learned anything. Yeah.
No.
I mean, I didn't learn anything. No, I was not interested in learning. From the age of 15 to 18, it wasn't. It was not about learning.
14, you would have been on the border?
Yeah, I would have been on the border. I was
Really?
still kind of interested in school, or at least knew that it was important to participate and learn and listen. And if I wanted to continue playing basketball, there were rules that were enforced at home, so I had to.
Oh, sure.
In the school, of course. And then, But 11th grade, things started to just teeter, and then eventually, things didn't go too well after that for my high school. Let's say I finished graduating high school through summer school and night school to get my credits.
You did?
Yeah. I wanted to experience all the different ways one could earn
Were you ever...
Excuse me? I wanted to experience all the different ways one could earn a high school diploma. And I chose to investigate summer learning and evening learning.
And which one was your favorite?
Oh, night school is easy.
Yeah, I bet.
Oh, they don't give a shit. No, summer school was very difficult. That was third level of Glebe High School. I don't believe any air conditioning in the summer either, and it was hot. And early mornings, long days, and biology. So lots of definitions crammed into a short amount of time, and tests, and it was very difficult.
Yeah, no.
I kind of recommend it in a way because it's intensive learning, like a good summer school course. I mean, it's going to fuck with your summer, no question. But I mean, if you've got to get that credit, it's not bad.
I suppose.
Yeah.
I took evening classes when I was in college. I enjoyed those a lot.
You took which?
Evening.
Evening. Yeah.
Classes.
Okay, yeah. Like, so they would start at what time?
It would be 3 hours, like 6 p.m. to 9 p.m., but once a week.
Yeah.
You just kind of,
I kind of liked the feeling of settling into class at night and leaving late, and there was the option to kind of do something. I don't know. It felt very mature for some reason. It fooled me.
Oh, well, along those lines, it was also the opportunity to share classes with like real adults. I mean, I'm 18 in college, and then all of a sudden there's the 32-year-old and 40-year-old.
You're talking college.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. I'm talking
college,
about like high school. Yeah.
No, I know. I did well in high school, so
You did well in high school?
So I can't relate to how things were for you. I did really well.
Oh my goodness! There's a certain stigma associated with going to summer school and night school. I'm so sorry. And what were your grades?
Here's the thing. I did really well, and then it led to
I don't care about grades. I don't care about grades.
I graduated with a over 4.0 GPA in high school.
I don't even know what a GPA is.
Grade point average.
I don't even know what those words are.
Grade point average. It's probably what you know it as.
Average?
Yeah.
Oh, why would I know it as that?
And
I was born in Canada, not Istanbul.
Oh,
no, sorry. What accent were you doing?
Yeah. Turkish.
Average.
Turkish. Yes.
Irish is what you're doing, I believe. But yeah.
And it didn't lead to anything.
Right.
But I.
What do you mean it didn't lead to anything?
It means
it led to your ability to speak to me right now and be concise and take notes.
Sure.
Yes, yeah.
Well, no.
It's accumulative.
I don't know if
to focus and concentrate.
No, okay. Yeah. Thank you.
I don't know.
I accept that.
This is the first time I've been serious all day. I genuinely believe that your academic career in high school serves you well today.
I'll go with it, but
oh, you need more convincing? That's fine. We'll leave it for now.
Know what?
A year from now.
A year from now, we'll continue that part of this conversation, and I'll bring my college transcript, and then we'll compare the high school one to the college one.
Oh, that'll be fun. I can bring you mine. Yeah, my high school one's pretty disturbing.
Yeah.
If we still have it.
Yeah. And I can, I'll say this. I got one. I went to college for 4 years. I got 1A, and it was a mistake. I literally stopped attending that class.
Right.
I didn't do the final.
Right.
I didn't turn in assignments.
This is great.
I got an A.
And you didn't say anything about it?
Nothing.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Good for you.
Thank
so
you.
You did learn something in high school.
Keep your mouth shut.
Shut up. Yeah. Mistakes are okay.
Yeah. So we only do like about a half hour these days, John. So we should put a bow on this thing.
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
Okay.
I know.
We put a pin in that. Now we're putting a bow on the whole thing. Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough. I didn't know we only did half an hour. I would have shut up and let it roll. I interrupted too much. I apologize.
I accept.
Justin. I will all... Oh, sorry.
I know I have one more question because you just started singing. You were
lessons never.
You sang a song on Humour Resources.
I did. Oh yes.
That I saw on Instagram. There's a whole music video.
Correct. Thank you for bringing this up.
It got played, and I'm going to remind you of one thing that I always love to bring up between you and me. We both are dads, teachers, moms, nurses, one sister, Allison.
Yes.
Does this ring a bell?
Yes,
yeah,
of course.
We have that in common. What the hell was I just saying?
I didn't know we had that. I know what you're about to say, though. You're about to say my sister was a radio show in Canada, played our song on satellite radio. But wait a minute.
That's what I was going to say.
You have a sister named Allison?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm sorry. I did forget that.
Yeah, you did forget.
Yeah,
I'll remind you next year, too.
You're going to have to.
Yeah.
For a lot of reasons.
Yeah. So, Allison.
I've done a number on my brain. Here's what I remember. I know when I come to Minneapolis, I feel good, and the energy here is fun.
Yeah.
Most names, completely forgotten. Most experiences, barely remembered. But generally speaking, I know this is good.
Oh.
Okay, so
thank you.
I don't know what any of that meant, other than... my sister. So in the show, we love to promote this show. This character I love to portray as well. So promoting the show is fun because we can be very creative and put out lots of videos on Instagram and Twitter at TV's John Dore, at TVS John Dore, no H. And so it's really fun to promote this character. And so
I feel like I smell that already.
I'm so sorry. And so one of the episodes, I'm singing a song while waiting on hold for a customer service representative, only to find out that the customer service representative overheard me singing the song, and he makes me think that he enjoyed the song and wants to hear more of it and has these suggestions for me, only to find out he hated it, and everyone is gathered around his desk laughing at me. And the song has ridiculously silly lyrics. And so the character in the show recorded the song professionally and made a music video out of it and released it on Instagram. And it's called Cool Morning Breeze.
Cool Morning Breeze.
Why don't we end the show with that song?
Oh, my goodness. Do you have it handy to play?
You've never sounded more Canadian. I do. Yeah.
It is. It's already happening. My transition is already happening.
Told you, you get that that geo blocker VPN whatever what is it?
Yeah, VPN.
Okay. There you go. We could. I was going to say I could get it to you and then you could play it that way, but however you want to do it.
Oh yeah, we could pop it in at the end. We could do that.
But also, I mean, we don't have to be ridiculous about it. But it is a very beautiful song. That's the thing. If people are listening, like, keep in mind. It's very moving and beautiful, and the video component is helpful, and you got to pay attention to the lyrics.
Yeah, yes, you do. And I have to tell you, John, that when I first...
in the afternoon, and the wind chimes on the wall are lying still, an insomniac sleeps underneath an overpass, and my father's name is David, and that's true. There's a cool morning breeze in the afternoon, and the wind chimes on the wall are lying still. They don't tell the truth. An insomniac sleeps underneath an overpass, sleeps till noon. And my mother's name is David, that's not true. Where did we come from? Where will we be? And where will the beast be when we're all gone? Oh, will they hear this song? There's a